Imagine the first time you walk into the room as a stranger. Imagine the first time you walk into the room as a guest and decided to join this movement called Toastmasters. So a few weeks down the line, you decided to give your icebreaker in front of people who are 30 in number, sometimes 40, who are still strangers to you. Imagine having to disclose personal details of your life in front of these 40 people. You were a bit uncomfortable. Maybe you were a bit nervous. I was when I gave my icebreaker. Now imagine having to converse with a stranger. You have the same feeling of uncomfortableness. You have the same feeling of discomfort. Why is it so? Because the 30 or 40 people in this room hold a strange power over you. The power whether to accept your speech or not. And that makes you a bit uncomfortable. The same level of uncomfortableness comes when we are conversing with a stranger. And when we converse with a stranger, it can be at a bus stop, it can be at a convention, it can be at a party, it can be at a workplace, it can be at a business meeting. This stranger has the same powers over you because he can decide whether he wants to accept continuing a conversation with you or not. Why is that certain people in the world have such powers that you want to listen to them? People like Mahatma Gandhi, Barack Obama, Swami Vivekananda. Because history has told us the successful people are those who are able to strike a conversation with a stranger very easily and develop a rapport from there on. And how do you, those masters, develop the same amount of rapport? Become successful in conversing with strangers. The trick is, I'm here to tell you how to do that. Because you will be at a distinct advantage when you are conversing with a stranger. To do that, there are 4 levels how you take up a conversation. For that, I will request Surya to come over and please help me on the board. The level 1 is called the small talk. Level 1. Small talk. So you can go back to your chair. Give a round of applause, please. For wanting to do something and not able to. Okay, I trust your memory will work on these 4 levels, which is pretty easy on the form. The level 1 is called the small talk. What does small talk include? The small talk includes speaking about the weather, speaking about the climate, speaking about things in general. On the face of it, these small talks look pretty superficial. Sometimes it sounds like beating around the bush. But when you converse with a stranger and you have no option, since you are the only 2 people in this room or people others are known to each other and you don't know anybody else, and you happen to come across that person, you have to make a small talk. Why do I have to make a small talk? Because the question will ask me. A small talk sometimes leads to certain facts or things that you may be able to proceed further with this person. Like if you could talk about the weather, it could be about the weather in Bangalore today. Immediately you establish a rapport. You start agreeing with the weather. With this person from Switzerland, you can ask him, is the weather in Switzerland the same as it is in Bangalore? If he agrees, things start moving from there. When you have opened up a chapter on the small talk, when things become a little comfortable, you and the person, the stranger, decides that it is beneficial to go to continue this conversation. It's then that you decide to go to level 2. Level 2 is facts disclosure. In the first level, I understand you're uncomfortable about disclosing facts about yourself at a personal level. You don't have to. Since you have now decided to move further up from minute to a conversation, you can move to level 2. Level 2 is talking about your occupation, talking about whether you're married or not, talking about your hobbies, talking about areas of interest. The moment you do that, you open up a chapter. Two things happen in this case. The person listens intently and agrees with you. The person agrees with an occupation or a hobby that you have. I remember the first time Ramesh walked into this club and he decided to be a member of Sunshine Toastmasters. He offered to be the sergeant at arms. I hardly knew him then. When I was the president, I walked into the club and there was Ramesh standing there, tapping and humming a little tune. Now I am a music buff. Anybody anywhere sings, I will listen intently. The moment Ramesh started humming a tune, I went up to him and asked, Ramesh, can you sing? He said, yeah, I can. What songs do you like? The conversation opened up from there. I hardly knew Ramesh for 2-3 months. The first time he started humming a tune, I and Ramesh started becoming friends. And today I think we're the best of friends. One little hum of a tune made me become a friend to him. He opened up a conversation with music. That was how we went on. The moment you are comfortable at stage 2, the moment you open up the conversation with a stranger about their occupation, about their hobbies, about the way they interact with life, and you get to know each other well, you decide, yes, this stranger can become my friend. You move on to stage 3. What is stage 3? Views and opinions. Imagine for a moment, Suyog is my partner as a stranger here. I've been talking for a period of time. We have developed a level of rapport. In the course of the conversation, I did notice Suyog spoke about cricket. And I'm a cricket buff. So we have a common platform to talk about. I immediately talked to him asking, did you watch recent T20 match? He says, sir, let's not talk about it. But he's more willing to talk about it. Because we lost in the final, not in the final, we lost way right ahead. And I'm equally angry about it. Then I started asking, should Tendulkar have been in the team? He says, yes sir. What happens immediately? We have asked to talk about it. If it's music, I can be talking to Ramesh about music. I will first casually ask, where does he come from? I come to realize, Ramesh is from South India. So I ask him, do you listen to Tamil music? He says, S.P. Balsam is a great singer. Immediately go on a little deeper and the conversation is endless. What happens? An admiration comes towards each other. We decide we can be friends. So 1, 2, 3. You have crossed 3 levels of a conversation. Then you come to the 4th level. It's called basically a personal disclosure level. This level normally doesn't happen at the first meeting. It's very rare that it happens at the first meeting. Normally it takes 3, 4, sometimes 5 meetings before you decide to disclose personal things about yourself, about your life, to the stranger who now has become a friend. I will take the case of Dr. Chaya, who is a child counselor, who is a member of this club. If I meet her for the first time, if I have developed a great level of confidence and comfortness with her, I realize I have a little problem with my child who's not studying well. I can gradually broach the topic. Doctor, since you're a counselor, I have some issues with my child. How should we go about this? Now this person who was a stranger has become a friend with me has 2 options. She can straight away start talking to me about the problem she wants to solve. Second, she can do very politely tell me, please meet me in a clinic with an appointment. This can happen. Or this is decision time. I'm sitting with the HR head, who's Mr. Ramesh. I have lost my job. We have come 3 levels. I realize Ramesh can do something for me. I throw the gauntlet